Hey guys, it's Melissa here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I wanted to talk about houseplants or succulents, and in particular, I recently inherited a bunch of pots that my parents were getting rid of. In one of the pots was a really root-bound tree that had belonged to my grandfather. It's this pencil plant behind me, or we call it a pencil plant because it has a white milky sap. Today I wanted to take a few minutes to do some cuttings, transplant them into a sandy soil mixture, and make a few new trees out of it. With Father's Day coming up, I feel like the pencil plant is a great sort of dad's gift if you're thinking of giving a plant. I also just wanted to talk about the concept of inherited houseplants or plants, and plants that can have a really long life like this one. With something as simple as this, a succulent will root itself really without me doing anything. So I'm literally just gonna stick it in the dirt and I'm done. All right, here we go. Basically, I looked at this tree and I decided that there were several branches coming off here. Here's one, and I decided to transplant that really tall cutting here. It's about maybe 4 feet or longer, this cutting. I decided that that could just be its own tree at this point. And so I've cleaned out some spiky succulents that I want to get rid of, and I've gone ahead and worked up the soil to soften it. This is really gravelly, kind of decomposed granite with a little bit of organic material in there. Like, I left the old roots and just roughed them up so they can decompose and add some nourishment. And I'll probably mix in a little potting soil to top it off to raise the level. I've added a couple of stakes to give some structure and support to the new transplanted cutting. And that's all I had to do. So I just used my good old garden shears here, and I went ahead and just stuck it in this pot, and it's going to be like a really substantial, nice, small tree here for my back patio. And then lastly, I have this last bit of the tree left and these branches coming off. I could either cut them off, you know, around here or here and here, and just make small potted plants, or I could go ahead and, you know, keep this base and just transplant the whole pot, cutting off the dead material and just letting it come out from the healthy part of the base. So the reason I'm really focused on this pencil plant is because I feel like a little bit of weight on my shoulders that I've inherited something that belonged to my grandfather and was not only his possession, but was really a source of major pride for him. I mean, the thing just grew and grew and grew over the years to pretty much fill up the space of their living room. And he was so proud that it was like not only thriving, but it was also this kind of strange looking plant, sort of an exotic that people hadn't seen before necessarily. It was like a succulent before its time, maybe. But you don't necessarily have to have your own green thumb to give a gift like this. If you have any sort of memories of a father or a grandfather or an uncle or someone who's still alive or not still alive in your family, you can certainly mail order or go to the garden center and find so many things these days that would be in honor of someone, an homage to them. The idea of giving a garden gift like this felt very appropriate within my family and was just an idea and tradition that I wanted to share with you today. I would love to hear from you if you have a Father's Day gift planned for your dad or grandpa or man in your life. I know a lot of people in my world have houseplants that have sentimental value that they carried on airplanes after a loved one passed away that they still have in their life. And I hope you also, you know, learned a little something about this variety of plant that's super low maintenance and really beautiful, and hopefully can complement your home or the home of a loved one this year. I hope to see you back here on my channel soon. Happy Father's Day!